much, guys. So much for today. Today's video is episode 8 of The Road to Play. And yes, guys, some sad news this past month that Ed won't be releasing any music this year. So that I think Play will most likely be released next year. And yeah, guys, let's get from the video. Let's go. So yes, guys, when Ed was at Dodger Stadium on the 2nd of May at Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation Gala, he said to People magazine, the singer-songwriter 33 spoke exclusively to People at the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation Gala at Dodger Stadium on Thursday, May 2nd, and revealed that he won't be releasing his new work anytime soon. Asked what he could say about his new music, Sheeran jokingly tells People that I'm working on them and they are new songs. But nothing's going to come out this year, he says. I'm enjoying being on tour. I released 2 records on tour last year, and it's quite a lot being on tour and releasing records. So I've made the new music and I'm just going to sit on it for a bit. Meanwhile, the Perfect singer also revealed that his daughters are a fan of his music. Asked if the girls listen to his songs and are into them, Sheeran says, yeah, of course. Mostly my new songs, because I don't really play my old songs in the house. So yes, guys. Literally, earlier on this month, Ed said that with Ed not releasing any new music this year, sadly, guys, I'm sorry to say that, I've started the Road to Play series back in October when Ed started teasing pressing play, and then see you next year when we press play. But maybe Ed's delayed play, maybe Ed's just working behind the scenes of how like working with the label and how massive, and to just try and make Play as the perfect pop album. Maybe potentially, who knows, guys, like maybe bigger than Divide, guys. That'll be insane to think about, like Bigger Than Divide or Multiply, but that'll be insane. And to think Equals is an underrated pop album, in my honest opinion. Equals is an underrated pop album. Yes. I'd like if Ed wants Play to be surpassed, more successful, more popular than Divide, that would be insane. And we do need another song like Shape of You sometime, and pressing play on that next new era of the next 5 set of albums, it has to start as like a massive pop album. I think so. Play just sounds like a massive pop album, a massive pop era, and that, which would be crazy to think, yeah. So yes, guys, continuing from the People's Magazine, where Ed plays his new music to his daughters, that Ed said this on the Elle Duncan show on ESPN when Ed was at Formula 1 last week. Was it last weekend? I think so, yeah. And yeah, I'm going to roll you guys this clip now. Let's go.
Of course, Gary's been watching like a hawk, and we know that you said already that you're not going to release any new music. I'm interested to pick your brain on the parent front, because I know that you also said you've got a 3.5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I've got a 5 and a 3-year-old. And you said that you play your music for your daughters and they like it. And I've got to be honest with you, Ed. Do you trust their musical? Because my children will surprise me. They'll like Stevie Wonder, and then they'll immediately ask for the Kids Bop version of Stevie Wonder, and I can't trust.
Which is offensive, right?
It's offensive, and I can't trust any of their tastes. So I'm just wondering, how can you trust that they know good music?
I think when they start asking for it, I have one new song that I've been working on I made it last summer, and that's one that my daughter will always ask for. So that's when I'm like, maybe this one's good, because she's like, thinks it's catchy, if that makes sense.
Nice.
But yeah, they don't like everything.
And they'll tell you.
Do they let you know when they don't like everything? What are the tells?
They'll usually ask for Moana.
Yes, guys, literally a song from last summer that Ed recorded and made could potentially be on Play. If one of his daughters likes the song, maybe we'll all love the song. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Maybe Ed will release it or not. I'm not too sure. What it is, a song that Ed did last summer, and yes, guys, crazy. So the past month, Ed's been doing on Instagram. He's been doing showcasing of his favorite records that he listens in the morning, and he commented on some people, and then literally this comment here. under the Lauryn Hill, the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Someone commented, OMG Ed, is it true you have another album finished just waiting to be released? And then Ed commented, I've always got music ready to go. I just keep making it, but sometimes it's just about what needs to come out versus what doesn't. You know, I don't know what Ed means by that little comment there, but maybe Ed's recorded Play already and then is going back and recording more songs, maybe potentially. Who knows, guys, who knows, which would be insane to think about that, you know, imagine Ed, like, I think that's what Ed does, you know, like, he's already recording a record, an album, and then he records more songs, and then he replaces songs as well on the album. Like, for example, with Subtracks, you know, Ed was working 10 years on Subtracks, and he had to scrap it all and then replace it with a new one, and that, well, maybe 2 or 3 times, and then, you know, with the sad passing of his friend and Cherry's health scare, he had to just make this album of everything everything that was going on with Ed and how he was feeling, and that Subtracts, you know, yeah, which I just love that so much, just letting your feelings and emotions out instead of a perfect acoustic album that Ed was working on for 10 years, and Ed was just overthinking it all the time. And yeah, hopefully we do hear that material someday, the original Subtracks, but yeah, with Play, you know, it'll be insane if Ed like a massive pop song and then Ed replaced it with another massive pop song as well. Like, you know, I do think Play is going to be bop after bop after bop after bop. I'd say every song could potentially be hit singles and that. Imagine like every single song, like The Shape of You, Bad Habits, you know, like massive pop album, you know, which would be insane to think about. Yeah, Shivers, imagine like Shivers, Bad Habits, Shape of You, imagine them sounds on Play, like a massive pop record, which would be insane to think about. Yes. Also, a little theory from me, you know, imagine all the music videos of Play are going to be massive high budget, like Hollywood type videos, like, yeah, imagine like high quality music videos, like the best quality music videos Ed's ever done. You know, the reason why I'm saying this is because Ed was at the Met Gala this past week, guys. Yes, Ed was literally at the Met Gala this past week, and there was a video from Vogue, you know, with Ed wearing Stella McCartney fashion clothes, and, you know, with Ed saying, I'll play the video in a minute, that Ed is, you know, teamed up with Stella McCartney wearing her fashion clothes, and he has been wearing her stuff recently, you know, like the purple, the sanded, the cardigan and that top and that, and Ed said he's setting up for the next album campaign. Yes, guys, that is preparing for the next album campaign via Vogue at the Met Gala, and I'm going to play you guys that little clip right now for you guys. Let's go.
She'll like send a jacket or whatever, and then for this next album campaign that I'm going into, we're sort of doing some clothes for videos, and that's where the conversation came up. I went in for a fitting and she was just like, come to the Met.
Yes, guys, literally the next album campaign. Literally, Ed said it there. And like I said at the start of the video, imagine, you know, maybe Play is delayed till next year because maybe Ed wants to write more songs and record more songs for Play. And I do think Ed wants this to be like his biggest pop comeback. Bigger than Divide, I think. Yes. And, you know, so many major pop artists are releasing this year in 2024. And, of course, Ed's working with... I do think Ed signed back to Atlantic Records as well. And Ed is just working with his label and Warner Music and that just to make Play the biggest pop album in the world next year. Yeah, because, you know, we've already had like an Ariana Grande releasing, a Taylor Swift releasing this year already. Maybe potentially other artists like Camila Cabello releasing this year as well. She's releasing soon. Dua Lipa's already released, you know. I think Eminem's releasing this year as well. I wouldn't mind an Eminem collab this year. Yeah. You know, and, you know, it makes Ed maybe, you know, to release the biggest pop album in the world next year in 2025, which would be insane to think about. And of course, you know, and I don't, maybe Ed wants to find that little time scale next year, potentially next year, where Ed wants another divide, where it's like mainstream pop album where everyone's talking about Ed once again, like in 2017, which would be insane to think about. And yeah, you know, like coming up ideas for promotion, like, you know, Ed HQ's already made a TikTok. You know, by the time next year comes around, Ed HQ, I'd say, will be almost 1 million followers, I'd say. Yeah, because of, like, they're already posting on TikTok, Ed HQ, and, like, preparing for the first singles and the next singles and pick out what singles for play. And, you know, they want to spend more. I do think that what they're spending working on time, working on the promotion and pre-production for the music videos and the promotion and the advertisements, like billboards and advertising and everything and all that for play. Yes, guys, like a massive play sign. You know, Ed and that. Well, of course, everyone knows Ed for his mathematics albums, but they don't know Ed releasing music remote symbols as of yet. You know, of course, the hardcore fans know that his next 5 main studio albums are Play, Rewind, Fast Forward, Pause and Stop, or maybe not Rewind, like backwards, Fast Forward or Forward. I don't know. I don't know. Pause and Stop. Yeah, but it'll be insane to think about what Ed comes up with promo and the advertisements of everything, billboards and all that lot, and yeah, which would be insane to think about. And you know, even though that Ed said press play next year, I'm kind of glad Ed's not going to release it this year, because it will make us more hyper, you know. Yes, which would make us more hyped and excited for the next main studio album from Ed. Press play, and Ed's already started teasing it, or pressing play and everything. And yeah, that also, Ed's released 2 albums last year, Subtracts and Autumn Variations. I'm still not over them 2 albums, guys, and I'm still not over Equals, to be honest, from 2021. But I just love Subtracts and Autumn Variations so much, and the fact that we got 2 Ed albums last year, which we got Sport last year with so many songs last year. So I'm kind of glad Ed's not releasing music this year and everything. Yeah, you know, press play in 2025, the same year as GTA 6. Hopefully GTA 6 comes out in 2025, which will be insane to think about. Also, I think another artist or a group, BTS, I think they're coming back in 2025 as well. Maybe could compete with BTS a little bit, and yeah, you know, which will be insane to think about. Yeah, pressing play on the pop album once again next year, pretty much. Yeah. Also, Danny Filth of Cradle of Filth was talking about Ed and Cradle of Filth's collaboration as well a few days ago. And yeah, this is what he said here. On the topic of when Cradle of Filth's collaboration with Sheeran will finally see the light of day, Danny said, "It was going on this upcoming Cradle of Filth record, but chances are, because we don't want to delay our record any longer than I can, it will probably go on a special edition. And that is because Ed's taken a blackout this year." You know, like I said, start of the video with Ed not releasing music this year. That's pretty much what he's saying there. So, totally no musical output, and of course you can't release it at the same time. His management were just like, you've got to appreciate you can't release your single at the same time as one of Ed's singles, because it kind of defeats the purpose of it. So there's a reasoning behind that. It's not going to delay the inevitable. It's a great song anyway, and it just keeps people guessing a little bit longer. So yeah, guys, you know, that's pretty much what it links, pretty much, because of course Ed's not releasing any music this year, and it kind of like hyped up for the first single of Play, which is potentially coming next year. I almost said this year, potentially coming next year, you know, sometime next year, guys. And I think he also talked about that that their collab could be coming in like March 2025, but I'm not too sure about that, guys. So imagine early 2025, the first single of Play could potentially release, which would be insane to think about. Yeah. And then, of course, them two has been working on. Also, here is an NME article from earlier this year of Danny Phillips talking about the collab. It's probably gonna be 3.5 years before anybody actually hears the song, he pointing an early 2025 release date. But it is what it is. Obviously, he is one of the biggest artists in the world, and we have to abide by his rules because he's a lovely guy, don't get me wrong. But his management obviously have his vested interest at heart. And I think this year he's taken a complete year off. And obviously we don't want him in the we want him in the video. So that's going to happen. We have to release that single with him on next year. So, you know, with that, saying that it's releasing no music this year whatsoever. And yeah, potentially it said early 2025 and maybe potentially let's tease and let's theorize and speculate of when Ed could potentially promote and release the first single of Play. I think maybe January 2025. Why? Because I don't know. Shape of You, really, of course, Shape of You and Castle on the Hill released on the 6th of January 2017. And imagine that Ed kind of wants to replicate that a little bit by a January release of the first single, which will be insane to think about. I know January is still a while off. But still, guys, yeah, January 2025 to kickstart off the new year, a new era of 5 main set of albums, kinda, with the first single of Play maybe releasing in January 2025, and then I don't know when, maybe second single in like March 2025. Who knows, guys? Who knows? 2025 is going to be a crazy year, guys, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy year with music from Ed, video games with GTA 6 and that. Yes. Yeah, I do think maybe January 2025. I did say January 2024, but oh well. Yeah, and then I'm not sure when the album could come out. Maybe another March release, or maybe like a February release for Play. I don't know. But of course, a massive pop single needs to last a long time. Like, I know Shape of You and Cousin Hill lasted like 2 months before Divide came out. Bad Habits released in June 2021. July, August, September. 4 months. Well, I know we had Shivers in September. But okay, imagine that. First single of Play releases in January. March or April 25, second single of Play. May or June, I'd say June 2025, the album. June of 2025, we get Play, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm theorising, speculating. I don't know. It may be May, or maybe April of 2025, I don't know. Somewhere around there. I did say 2024, but imagine a whole year later, delay and that. But who knows, I can't wait for Play. And yeah, imagine if imagine Ed's kind of tease at the end of the Multiply show, because of course Multiply is green, and on Ed's tattoo, the Play symbol is green as well, guys. And yeah, that would be insane to think about at the end of the 10 years of Multiply show, which is only a couple of weeks now, guys. Wow, or even almost a week. Crazy. Yes. Ed kind of teases pressing Play next year, guys, finally. at the end of the 10 years of Multiply show, which would be insane to think about. And yeah, so yeah, I'm guessing first single of Play, January 2025. Kind of replicating Shape of You and Castle on the Hill. And then either March or April, second single as like the second pop single. And then mid 2025, I don't know when, but mid 2025, the album will officially be released to us. Yes, which will make us more excited this year. And to be honest, I don't think there will be many Road to Play videos. If there's news of Play, if Ed teasing it once again, maybe I'll do more Road to Play videos. But I don't think there'll be any more Road to Play videos anytime soon. That Ed said there'll be new music coming out this year, and we're looking at next year for Play. And yeah, guys, you know, with me theorizing and speculating of the first single Play, January 2025, and then maybe the Cradle of Filth collab in March 2025. Who knows, guys, with Daniel saying that. And yeah. So hey guys, I think that'll be the last Road to Play video in a while, I think. I'll see you whenever Ed teases Play once again. And yeah guys, and if you guys enjoyed this video of me going through everything this past month of Ed teasing new music, aka Play, pressing play. And yeah guys, this is episode 8 of the Road to Play. And yeah guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.